This, you know what this is? It's a t-shirt. But it's not just any t-shirt. This is a t-shirt that advertised the All-Star Game from 2007, being hosted by a team that nobody thought could bring anything to its city with the exception of an All-Star Game, with the exception of a few Super Bowls. But guess what? For those that doubted it and said that Super Bowl trophies and All-Star Games are the only thing this city would ever bring, and this team would bring overall to its fans in its region, you could kiss our ass. Because you, the doubters, have been proven wrong. You, the doubters, now have to suck dick, if you will, because you have to live for a whole year knowing that this one team you doubted, that you seriously doubted, and said would never win another world championship. Guess what? They did last night. And I'm talking about the new 2010 World Series champions. You can read it right there. Read it and weep, you doubters. San Francisco Giants. That's right. You thought this team would never bring anything but an all-star game to the city. You thought that the only championships this city would see is divisional championships and league championships and Super Bowl trophies. What do you have to say now, you bastards? Yeah, that's what I thought. Can't say anything, can you? And you see, this was a team of complete unknowns, with the exception of a few people. But mostly a team of complete unknowns, just like the Rangers. They deserved to be there because even though they had a few names, they were also a team of complete unknowns. And now, you have to spend the next year or so wondering why. Why were we proven wrong? How could this happen? Well, guess what? You were proven wrong for one reason. You've always looked at teams out there that would spend money on big name players thinking, oh, if we get this guy to join our team and this guy to join our team, we'll be unstoppable. Guess what? Reality has set in. Reality has set in, and now you realize that it's not about the big names. It's about those who genuinely care about the sport. They generally care about what they do. It doesn't matter to them how much they get paid. All matters to them is playing the sport and playing the game and living their dreams. And that's what they did. So now, you gotta live with it. Live with it and weep. You have to live with it because the San Francisco Giants are the 2010 World Series champions, which means the East Coast is no longer the #1 sporting region in the country. No longer. The West Coast is back on top. The Midwest, the South, is back in contention, is back among the elite. But the West Coast, the Bay Area, is back on top. And you have to live with it every single day of your life. Or at least for the next year or so. Because now you realize what you could have prevented, or what you thought you could have prevented, did not succeed in happening. You know, you could go out, you can have your teams, you could be happy about, oh, big names coming and playing for your teams and all that. But guess what? Now you realize it doesn't take big names to be a success. And you know, you could also say, oh, people accuse us of paying accuse the people that own our teams for paying off referees and officials to get us the wins. Well, guess what? Now you have to realize that sometimes you don't always get what you want, even if you pay off people, because he above is in control. And he above sets in stone what will be. And he above blessed this team by saying, San Francisco, you guys have suffered long enough. You're getting that world championship, and that's what happened. So people of New York Yankee fame, so people that support the Yankees and the Phillies, guess what? Your money didn't help you this time, did it? I mean, I have respect for your teams and what they've accomplished. Who doesn't have respect? But at least this will now teach you a lesson. Get those that are genuine. Get those that care about the sport. Don't get them because they're big names. Get them because they care. Because they want to be part of something. They want to be part of something special. They want to live their dream. It's not about the money. It's about living the dream. And by living the dream and believing in yourself. And not paying a lot of money to bring in somebody because they're a big name. Or paying off officials because you feel as though it's your only chance of winning. Guess what? Now you realize you got to be genuine. And that is why the San Francisco Giants are the World Series champions. And for the next year, those that doubted them are going to have to suck it. They're going to have to look every day on their calendar, starting today, starting last night and today, and realize to themselves, we can no longer doubt. We can no longer doubt any team that we feel won't make it. I saw a list of teams that have yet to win World Series, that have been there but have yet to win it. And a lot of these teams, sooner than later, like the Giants, are going to break those droughts. Astros, Rangers, Indians. And the list could go on of those that have not won a World Series championship but have been there. And you will see, without a shadow of a doubt, that those droughts will be broken sooner than you think. Because they're going to look back at this team and they're going to say, that team was genuine. That was real players. Those are the people that really wanted it. They were the unknowns. And you know what? They're going to look at this and say, we got to do the same thing. We've got to bring in the unknown. We've got to become a team that's genuine and has players that really want to play, not because of the money, because of the love of the game. And that is why the San Francisco Giants are not but the first, and they're not going to be the last. Will they repeat next year? It's up to the Lord above, but I pray they do. But if another team that's in the same position they were in this year ends up getting that dream fulfilled, then that is His doing, His fulfillment of it. But for the next year, you guys got to suck it. You guys got to basically look away. You doubters have to look away. Because the Giants are world champions. Deal with it. Deal with it. Because the next thing you know, you might have an NBA team that's on the verge of possibly leaving the city they're in. You might have an NFL team that's only been to the dance once since they've returned to the city of their birth. And you might have one of those teams headlining the World Championships. You might have a team that no one saw coming in the NFL becoming the next big thing. Because people are already saying it's a sure thing that they're going to be the division champs. The champs of their division. And maybe they will be headlining the World Championship. Teams that you've doubted could be on their way. Teams that don't even go by a city's name, but go by the name of the state itself Could be on the verge. Could end up being in a world championship. Hey, last year, we had the Sharks right where they wanted to be, and who knows, they could be there again. So deal with it, you doubters. This is just the beginning. Because you never know when the next team that you doubt in either sports, in either NBA, NHL, NFL, Major League Baseball, could be the next champions of the world. Deal with it. Live with it. Because now, you gotta look in the mirror every day and realize the team you doubted to win a World Series for San Francisco has done just that. And you also have to realize that the East Coast is no longer dominant, but the West Coast is. And the Bay Area, you have to realize and wake up and realize that the Bay Area is now back on top. Have a nice year. So in closing, let me say this. I hope you all have a nice year looking in the mirror and realizing how dead wrong you were as doubters. And hopefully now, you won't doubt again. Because the Giants are World Series champions. Live with it, then learn to love it. Oh yeah.